It's not a coincidence that when you look at these violent Antifa demonstrations, not one of the people that is demonstrating looks like a normal person. Not one looks normal. They're all deformed in some way, in their appearance, in their dress, in their mannerism. Every one of them, through the course of their life and their decisions, has scarred their body and their appearance in many different ways, to the point in which their outer appearance becomes a manifestation of their inner hatred.
I'm on Highway 56.
Are you calling about a bear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's on the power pole.
Yeah, it's alive.
Yes. Just leave it be.
Okay.
And because I already called the Game and Fish, and they said there's nothing that they could do. They could go and shoot it, like tranquilize it to get it down, but it's gonna end up, if they do that, then it's gonna fall and could hurt itself. So they told me that.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Sky here from Woke Societies. It's episode number 1148. It is July 23rd, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the eyes down the chats over on pilled.net. All right. It's great to be back, guys. It is great to be back. Hope you all didn't miss me too much yesterday. It is fantastic to be back here on a Thursday. Went and saw an epic concert at the PNC Bank Center. We had lawn seats, and we just got this random chick walked right up to us, gave us 4 tickets, And then the next thing we know, we got our seats upgraded, sitting pretty damn close to the stage, which was fucking awesome. So, guys, I got in about, I don't know, a couple of hours ago and threw a show together here for you. We're going to get back in the swing of things and see where it all goes. So hope you guys are ready, because it looks like the DSA is getting 20 more offices throughout the country. Mamdani is getting sued, by the way. He's not going to be taking Bibi Netanyahu into prison. Secret Service and subverters within the institutions from, it looks like the War Department and Secret Service itself is fucking up again, and Elon Musk absolutely destroys a reporter, and it looks like Elon is getting back into the fray. So oh yeah, wouldn't be a show, guys, without a freeze. Hold on. Oh. Yes. 5 minutes into the show. Let's say hello to everybody, shall we? There we go. We got Russian Bun out there. Don't tread on me. We got Stacks, Tennessee Girl out there. Dark Sun Blade, Dougie. Floor is yours. We're talking a lot about New York today, my friend. We got Willie Break It, Ohio Kimmy, Cyber X Speed. What up, Cyber? We got Lulu out there. Juana Q of Lurks. Oh, snap. Dougie out there. Welcome in, friends. Sammy Lou. Tootsie Roll crushing as always. Dewback. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Heather July crushing as always. We got Spirit in the house. Thank you to Drunk Pinata and Jim with a G for the raids. 2 raids on the channel. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. The Great Conspiracy, Dowcon of Truth. Welcome in, guys. Maggie May crushing. Thank you so much. Welcome in, guys. Meek out there. What up, Meek? Condition-based crushing. Kane Chris. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Thank you, guys. And all of the raiders filling up the chats. Saw Jack Attack up there as well. You need some milk. What up, milk? And if you guys over on Pilled are noticing, you can see it somewhat in my chat, there is now a number next to your profile names, and that number is your sub streak to this channel. And whatever number you have is the number of months that you have been subscribed consecutively since you started your sub. And some of you guys are in the 40s. I haven't seen anything in the 50s yet. And guys, that is insane. Absolutely insane. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So I really appreciate it, guys. So that is a brand new update. I think the guys just pushed that out, I think maybe like 20 minutes before the show, which is always fantastic. So we're going to fix this, and I got to fix the stupid fucking gold pill box again. It just doesn't stay in where I need it to stay. Let me see if I can find it here. I have to find it. Yeah, reframe this, guys. 1 second. There it is. So, guys, I hope you had a pretty restful yesterday. I had a pretty restful day yesterday on Wednesday. I don't think we missed too much yesterday, but it's great to be back, fam. It is great to be back. And I got to hang out with my old high school friends, my old bandmates, reminiscing about the good old band days. Even talked about if I end up one day moving back to New York for whatever reason, we were talking about getting some parts of the band back together to go start playing again. And I was like, hey, you know, I haven't touched a guitar probably in close 4 or 5 years, but I would think about it. I would absolutely fucking think about it. And we'll see. We shall see. But either way, guys, thank you all for being here. Let's get the rust off. We have a news blitz to do. It is Thirsty Thursday. Tomorrow's Mufasa Friday. We're going to be here on a Saturday as well. We got a lot to jump into, guys. Mamdani is burning down New York City. And yeah, the DSA, they are expanding. And we're going to get into some of the inner workings, guys, how they are funded more importantly than anything. And pretty light news day, but it's all good. We're going to have some fun with it and crush, guys. We're at 2,000 gold pills. 20K is that daily goal. Let's keep that rock and rolling. Red pills smash, gold pills flowing, stickers flying. Please give my mods all kinds of love. We got a news blitz to do, so let's fucking do it. All right, guys, you've all heard about the new Odyssey movie made by Christopher Nolan. It's been an absolute dog shit woke nonsense movie, but guess what? Musk says he wants to offer $100 million for Mel Gibson to film it and use Grok AI to also help make a full-length, historically accurate Odyssey movie, and I am all for this. This is Elon Musk saying, responding next to a 3-minute AI-generated clip depicting a scene of Audius. Musk wrote, before this year ends, Grok will make a full-length movie of the Odyssey that is historically accurate and true to the art of Homer. Musk has been heavily promoting Grok Imagine, which allows users to generate strikingly realistic AI video. In response to a separate post that suggested Musk give Mel Gibson $100 million to film an Odyssey adaptation that is more historically accurate, Musk simply replied, I'm down, and I'm absolutely down to see this woke nonsense get destroyed and Musk and Mel Gibson team up to absolutely make an amazing movie. And over here, guys, Tim Walz appointee Vance Bolter sentenced to 2 life sentences for murder. Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortman. You guys remember this dude that went in with a bald mask? Well, he finally got sentenced. He didn't just get 1 life sentence. He got a whopping 2 life sentences in prison plus 40 years. This guy will die in prison for sure. The judge on Thursday said that it was the longest sentence I've imposed after hearing thousands of cases over the years, but it was well deserved. Bolter was appointed by the Tim Walz admin to serve on the governor's workforce development board, claimed in a handwritten letter that Walz had wanted him to kill the state lawmakers. And fam, we know that dude has all kinds of skeletons in his closet. Would not surprise me one day that we find that out. But unfortunately, the guy that went and killed these lawmakers, which he did murder someone, he is now spending 2 life sentences in prison. Over here, guys, from the post-millennial, trans activist Samuel Roxy Kane avoids prison after making death threats at Nancy Mace because nothing says stable like a face like that. A South Carolina transgender activist who threatened to assassinate a congresswoman, Nancy Mace, has avoided prison time. Samuel Roxy Wolf Theodore Kane, 20 years old, was sentenced on Tuesday to 5 years in prison, suspended to 30 months of house arrest, and followed by 5 years of probation. What an absolute fucking retard. Over here, guys, from the post-millennial, 140-year-old Buffalo Christian Church, another church, guys, was torched in suspected arson attack. Officials have determined that the latest fire at Buffalo's former St. Anne's Church was intentionally set, marking the 3rd fire at the historic property this year. Not once, not twice, but a 3rd fire at this church, guys. And according to WIVB, fire crews responded to the former church on Esmiel Street at approximately 5:45 on Tuesday, bringing the 3-alarm fire under control. Investigators later ruled the blaze was arson. The fire came just 4 days after another 3-alarm blaze at the church and follows 4-alarm fire in January that caused an estimated $600,000 in damage to the former St. Anne's school building on the same property. And guys, the only people that I'm thinking are doing this are the Aloha snack bars and the Antifa retards that help them out. Over here, guys, Mayor Brennan Johnson is now aiming to give reparations to illegal immigrants and residents impacted by ICE. And I don't know how this fool is going to do this because the city of Chicago is absolutely bankrupt. And reparations to illegal migrants, you really want to piss off the black victim of people that are still stuck on the plantation in these cities? This is a surefire way to do it. And over here, guys, from the post-millennial, speaking of degenerates in Chicago, the Obama Center subcontractor is now facing a $4 million loss and laying off 25 employees amid payment dispute. Yes, guys, Obama's own people that he used to build his museum is now a $4 million loss, and because of this has now had to lay off 25 of their workers. Absolutely insane. The Admission Plumbing Contractors, a Chicago-based company that worked on the center under the name Marsh Adamson, has suspended operations and laid off 25 union employees after owner Mike Owen says the company was left nearly $4 million in the hole following years of construction disputes, delays, and unpaid costs. And yes, no one's surprised when you got some piece of shit like Obama not paying you, and guess what? Did it to his own city where he came up in. And over here, guys, Ontario Premier Doug Ford says Canada can dismantle USA if we wanted to. All I have to say about this is, dude, shut the fuck up and go drink some maple syrup. And guys, the U.S. unemployment now claims plunged to their lowest level since 1969. That is a great number for Trump. No doubt about it. And the U.S. Appeals Court, guys, for DCS denied Joe Biden's emergency request to block the release of his 5-hour interview with the special counsel, her. That'll be out very soon. And last but not least, guys, well, we all saw the retard absolutely lose his mind last week. And fam, when memes come to life, they really come to life. And with that, fam, is today's News Blitz. Fam, I don't remember when this meme came out, but this has been one that's been out for a very, very long time. And when they literally become real life creatures, It really kind of give you that full circle moment and just appreciation for the laughter and the humor. Because these same psychopaths have no problem shooting up schools and churches, so they must be mocked into oblivion and completely outcast from the society. And my God, does that look eerily fucking similar to the original OG NPC. My goodness. Thank you all for being here, fam, as per usual. Make sure you guys update your app. If you're on your phones, go right to your profile pic. You'll see, literally, just scroll down a little bit. You'll see an update button. Hit the update button, and you'll be able to update instantly without having to do anything else. So literally, hit your profile picture, guys. It'll be right underneath your name, and it'll say version of what version you're on. It should be a 55.07, 55.07. So that is what you need to upgrade, guys. You'll start seeing the badges and the numbers for the months of the subscription. And it's fucking awesome. It really is. And the pill chat continues to get better. The live streams continue to get better. And the platform as a whole continues to continue to get better. And I absolutely love it. Fam, let's get to these gold pills. Dougie throwing down cookies. Thank you, my friend. Halo Moon, appreciate you, my friend, with the pair of shades. Happy Thursday. Super Page with the shades. Maggie May getting us really hot, nice and hot here with 1,000 gold pills. Happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you, my friend. We got DHX with a cookie, Jack out there with a cookie, and Core Cousin throwing down a cookie as well, guys. Thank you all for the donations, fam. You are the lifeblood of this channel, lifeblood of this platform. That is why we have that goal set, and you guys hit it every single show, and that keeps everything flowing, fam. This is your media. This is your entertainment. This is your news. You want to know what's going on the internet. You want to know what's going on in the world. You want to laugh. This is the place to be. So I really appreciate everything. Actually, guys, I might be wrong. It might not be out for the mobile. It might not be out for the mobile app just yet. Definitely for PC. So be on the lookout. Anytime you guys need an update, just check under your profile pic, and you'll see it there when it's ready. So keep a lookout. And it just came out for PC. It may not be ready for the phone just yet. All right, you got it now? Okay, so it's good to go. Thank you, fam. You guys are rocking it. We got Red Pill, Smash, Go Pills, phone stickers, fine. We got mods everywhere. Thank you to everybody on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, X. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and hanging out in the chats as per usual. Thank you all for the raids. I appreciate that as well. It's one big happy family here. And speaking of that same tranny shooting up the place, this is a great AI depiction of that happening. I'll see you guys on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
I'll have a vanilla latte, please.
Hey, this guy wants a vanilla latte.
I'm not a guy. My pronouns are she, her.
I'm sorry. She wants a vanilla latte.
Hey, did he want this iced or hot?
She! I am a she!
Shit, I am so sorry, dude. I mean, ma'am.
She!
What are you doing? Are you crazy?
I'm sorry, I can't help it. He looks like a dude.
I'm sorry. If you don't stop, this guy's gonna shoot up our shop.
Sorry again. Enjoy your coffee.
Please come again. Have a good day, sir. Oh, shit.
Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. Through Project Looking Glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the messages. The method to my madness, beat the madness to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth, but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention of anything you might say that passes their defenses. Wake up and don't dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Wolf Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
Billboard messages are getting pushed back in Lima.
It just makes me sad that this country's come to this.
This billboard on Elida Road near East Road shows the message in rainbow colors from the organization Them Before Us and says no child has two moms, no child has two dads.
And what bothers me about it is a child that sees this sign and either asks their parent and gets either the hate-filled version or they have to be explained to why people feel this way. And children have enough issues that they have to deal with.
Given a candidate for Ohio House District 78 and a co-founder of the Lima Pride Alliance, says he believes the message targets the LGBTQ community.
Personally, I think it's just to stir up hatred and stir up debate since we're getting close to, election time.
Them Before Us appears to be based out of Seattle and has been running similar billboards in other cities, including here in Northwest Ohio. In a Substack post, the group pushes back on criticism, writing in part that a mother and a father are a fact, not a feeling. End quote. We do not get to rewrite words tied to a biological reality humanity has acknowledged for centuries because some adults want family to mean something new. Gibbons says LGBTQ plus families have also been stepping up to adopt, including children who are harder to place, and he has a message for the group behind the billboard.
Please stop.
I did reach out to Them Before Us for a comment or a statement, and we have yet to hear back. Christian?
Would you like to find that?
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Woke Societies. It's episode number 1148. It's July 23rd, 2026. Welcome to all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Build.net. So riveting, right, Maggie May? So riveting. Just stop. Fuck you. I'm telling you, until this shit is eradicated, the memes will never stop. The streams will never stop. And we will continue fighting this garbage every single day. Every single day. Apparently that's close to you, Lima. Repping the 419. Nice. Very nice. That's awesome. Good for you guys, man. The fact when I hear shit like that, they want to adopt kids, I immediately get this sick feeling in my stomach that they're gonna get molested. And again, like, this isn't just like the LGBTQ community, like the whole system of adoption, right? Foster kids, like that happens with straight people all the time, right? Bad people, but you know that community, guys. They love touching kids. It's fucking weird, man. Child with two moms gonna grow up being a pussy. Thank you, Jeff Borg, for dropping that. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. And it's great to see Matt in the chat, man. Dude, I'm seeing these badges. I've seen some. I think Tennessee Girls is in the 40s. I gotta find one because I've seen some of that. Like Francine's got a 38-month streak. That's crazy. Maggie May's got a 35 sub streak. Dougie's got a 29. That is wild. I don't think I've seen anything in the 50s yet. I don't know if we've had the subscriptions for that long. 44 Hawks fan, 44 months straight of sub. Just Jim, 36. Like, it's just nuts. It is absolutely nuts. Fam, when I see those numbers like that, it's beyond humbling. It's beyond humbling because, guys, like, I never had any intention of getting into this, let alone, being on the internet, let alone live streaming, as a career. And seeing these numbers, it's just like, people want to pay me fucking money to talk shit about these retards online. It's fucking insane, fam. I feel blessed, man. I just feel blessed. I'm very grateful, and I have a lot of gratitude, guys. When you see the number, I didn't really have a concept of how long, like, you guys were subbed for. Tennessee Girl is at 39 months. It's just nuts, man. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Jeff, you're at 37 months straight sub to this channel. And, like, you guys give gold pills and subscribe to me. And literally, it is kept this channel alive because, at a certain point years ago, I didn't know if we were going to make it. I really didn't know. Didn't know what we were going to do. But here we are. This is why I've been telling people every day at 6:30, 6:45 p.m. Eastern time to get over to Pilled. Because I don't know what people are doing on shitty Rumble and shitty YouTube. These platforms are fucking dead. They're just dead. But, we may not have the bigger numbers on Pilled, but that chat is as live as anything that I've seen on the internet. And I absolutely fucking love it. Absolutely love it. That's why the chat is literally on my screen every single day. Because if it was the other chats, they just don't move. They just sit there. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And yeah, Softenel says, anyone seen a sponsor post on Scott's feed? Anyone? No commercials? I don't know. They're making adjustments to that too. So they're always making it better. So shout out to Matt's Pickles. You guys rock. I love you guys. And I'm just so grateful to all of you. It's really fucking awesome. So thank you all for hanging in there with me yesterday, though, guys. Like I said, we went to a concert. It was awesome. Now we're back into the swing of things. It's great to be back on the grind. And, of course, as we always say, we were monitoring the situation. And I'd never really actually take a day off because the phone is always on me and the news is always there. And it's just like what I'm seeing, fam, happen with the landscape. As we are now approaching almost the end of July, guys, as we're approaching August, we are getting closer. We still have some summer left. We have a decent amount of summer left, but we're past. I think we're about past the midway point of summer, and we're getting into the later stages of it. And before we know it, it's gonna be fall, and the midterms are gonna be here, and shit is gonna get crazy. A lot of things on this Game of Thrones are going to get clear. And I just want to tell you, fam, like where things are going now. I mean, as far as what's being offered up to us, as far as opposition, it's looking like Mamdani and AOC in particular, she might end up being the front runner. Hey, the Evan Doctor there. He has a DJ guest in that chair. There you go, dude. Great to see you, friends. Evan Doctor, you got a 28-month sub badge on there. My goodness. That's fucking awesome. AOC, guys, right now is looking to be the face of the Democrat Party here very soon. And Gavin Newsom has completely fucking tanked. And these other clowns, I mean, it's basically AOC and Pete Buttigieg right now. All the polls that I'm looking at, all the talk that I'm seeing, Pete Buttigieg he's gonna be out because these muzzies absolutely hate gay people. Oops, so I can't see how he's gonna make it. And AOC is a complete fucking retard, like a brain dead retard. I think they have a better chance. I literally think they have a better chance at this point of running Kamala Harris and seeing how bad she does over AOC. But she's got these DSA tendencies, right? She's from the city. This is where the breathing grounds, basically ground zero for the DSA. And what I wanted to get into here, guys, is to show you because over the weekend, there was all this talk that if Bibi Netanyahu came to New York City, this retard Mamdani was going to arrest him. And I was like, again, like, why are we doing this? Who are you catering to? Because I feel like most Americans, I feel like we don't like Israel, right? We don't. It's not even it's not the people. It's the government. It's the bullshit. Because we're allied with these people. Unfortunately, they have the most democratic state, I guess you could say, out of the Middle East. So I guess, ideologically, yes, they do align with the United States. Outside of that, though, guys, I really don't think Americans really give a shit about Israel. I just don't think they care. I think most people that I've talked to in real life, even talking to friends yesterday, they look at Bibi and they're like, yeah, he's a giant piece of shit. Why are we working with this dude, right? And that's pretty much the sentiment, and that's pretty much as far as it goes. And out here on the East Coast, we're not far from the city. I'm probably about, I don't know, I'm probably about 2 hours south of the city, and of New York City. And Mamdani was supposed to be out here. This is one of his campaign promises, along with freezing the rent. Was going to go out here and say, if Bibi comes to New York City, I'm going to arrest him. And shit hit the fan. This got to Trump's ears. We're going to see Trump's post here in just a minute. But the next day after he announced this, and I saw this yesterday, I was laughing my ass off. The lawyers must have gotten in Mamdani's ear and said, yeah, that was probably nice and dandy for like when you're running to campaign and getting into the mayorship and catering to the brain dead retarded generations that are coming up right now that think attacking Israel and fighting Israel is going to be subject number one and the reason why they want to vote for you. But in the real world, we don't do that. You ain't gonna do shit against Bibi Netanyahu, and you certainly are not gonna arrest him. So what does Mamdani do? He turns around and he basically is talking about the International Criminal Court. And I don't know if you guys remember, we didn't really cover it. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. You have the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, basically saying, fuck the International Criminal Court. Basically, what jurisdiction do you guys have over America? And this is why I've been talking to my friends about this. Basically, like, because I've been wondering, who would you vote for as of right now? Would it be Vance or Rubio? Because Rubio was laying down some badass fucking rhetoric, reports, speeches of a dropping of a hammer, and that's all fine and dandy. And my only thing, I was literally talking to the effing doctor about this today, and he made a good point. Again, like, even on our own side, we have to be careful with this shit, because you can promise the world, you can be the politician, you can say everything we want to hear. Again, what's going to be the most important thing is your follow through. And I think Rubio has been a legendary Secretary of State. Will that manifest into a presidency? I don't know. But what I like about what he was getting into and what Mamdani is getting into here is that you have people like Mamdani that are trying to basically say that America should also be under the microscope and under another rule of law that is set by other countries that would probably love to see our demise at any fucking cost. And we have to answer to them. And me as an American, guys, I have a huge fucking problem with that. I have a huge problem with that. And this is why Marco Rubio said, your jurisdiction among our own citizens in our own country is fucking useless. It's useless. And what Mamdani throws out here is that according to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, these guys have committed war crimes. Now, fam, you're not going to get an argument out of me that Bibi Netanyahu hasn't committed war crimes, but you're also not going to get an argument out of me that Hamas is any fucking better. They're all a bunch of retards. I don't even know how long this blood feud's been going on, but me as far as America and people that are obsessed with the Jews, they just can't get over this. I don't give a shit what Israel's doing, what Hamas is doing. All I know is that they're all shit. And me as an American, and me as far as taking my family, my finances, my health, whatever it is, has nothing to do with those fuckers over there. I can give two shits about them. But what you're seeing, and again, this is very, very evil and very, very intentional. And Mamdani's the epicenter of this. He backed down off of it, but the rhetoric remained the same. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Take a listen here.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people, for the maiming of tens of thousands of children, as those who survive undergo amputation without anesthesia, for the targeting of neonatal hospitals and maternity care centers, denying newborns even the chance to live, for the countless people he starved as he blocked food and humanitarian aid from reaching them, for the gunning down of hundreds of aid workers and journalists. And just last month, the UN confirmed that Palestinian children continue to be deliberately targeted and killed by Israeli armed forces, more than 8 months after the so-called ceasefire. The list goes on and on, all as we, as Americans, pay for the bombs that do the killing. There is a reason the International Criminal Court issued a warrant for his arrest. As human beings, we have spent generations building a shared understanding that there are crimes so grave they offend all of humanity. Anyone, with their eyes, with their heart, with their conscience, should recognize the devastation.
I'm just waiting for a starving child to appear on the screen to send Hamas a check of $10 a month, guys. Hamas just needs a $10 check a month, guys. It's all they need to continue trying to protect the people of Palestine.
He has wrought, and understand that he belongs before a court of law. As I've said, I agree with the ICC that Benjamin Netanyahu should be arrested and tried for his crimes, as I do for anyone else charged by the ICC. My administration has reviewed every avenue available under applicable law to determine whether New York City could execute the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant if Benjamin Netanyahu came here. It is clear that we do not have the independent legal authority.
There it is. There it is. This guy campaigned on this shit, guys.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
And they knew this before he got in, guys. Let's be honest. He knew this before he got in. His people knew they knew this before they got in. When have you ever seen, guys, a mayor of any city go and arrest a head of state, a foreign head of state, because they believe they committed war crimes? It's never happened. It's never going to happen. And everyone that believed this bullshit is exactly why you get people like Mamdani in the first place that think socialism, aka communism, will ever fucking work, because it's never worked once. Right there, he said it. We looked in every legal avenue. We found out we don't have independent legal authority. Yeah, because you're a fucking mayor of a city. Not only that, you have no federal power to do anything, you stupid fuck. But he's not stupid, guys. They knew this. They knew this. Any kind of rhetoric to these psychopaths about going after the Jays, in particular Bibi Netanyahu, they slobbered over this stuff. And guess what? This came right after Trump gave him a smackdown on a True Social post saying it'll never happen. Good luck.
Whether New York City could execute the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant if Benjamin Netanyahu came here. It is clear that we do not have the independent legal authority to enforce this warrant. The federal government, however, does. And I call on them to join the ICC and execute this warrant.
So he's calling on the Trump administration to join this and get this done. I mean, fucking delusional. Delusional. I think Trump can't stand Bibi, but he's a necessary evil, unfortunately, over there, because he's the head of state right there. But this is never going to happen. Trump and Israel, they're not going to decouple. Maybe underneath another president. I could see it happening one day. But Trump's not going to be that guy.
And I want to be equally clear. Benjamin Netanyahu is not welcome in New York City, nor is any other war criminal at large. While we cannot end the genocide on our own, we can decide whether our silence will become another weapon, and we can examine every tool we have to defend the humanity and dignity of all people. That is my commitment to you.
And I agree with you guys. I really think this is going to be kind of a dog whistle, maybe obviously for more protests, more rioters. I mean, who knows? This is what these guys do. It's all about subversion, using these blood feuds over in this fucking desert that majority of Americans, if not all Americans, don't care about. They just don't care. And to be honest with you guys, if you actually look at the actual history of all this shit, if you didn't want to fucking deal with Israel, maybe you shouldn't have started shit thousands of years ago with fucking Israel. Maybe you shouldn't have done it, because it's still ongoing to this day. Still ongoing. And how many times have we seen history being rewritten by, quote, the victims? And none of these people are victims, guys. None of the Israel's not a victim. These people in Gaza are not victims. It's you. Unfortunately, you have to live with bloodlines that started shit a long time ago, and you're still dealing with the repercussions of that. Outside of that, why should America give two shits about any of it? The reason why this is important in the political world and landscape right now is because this is absolutely being used to brainwash the base. The base of these people that believe this guy is going to, accomplishing this stuff. And that's what I would ask, guys, to any of these people out there. This happens. How does your life get better if Bibi Netanyahu is arrested? As an American, how does your life in any meaningful way, from finances, socially, politically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, how does your life get any better? And I would love to hear an honest answer from anyone that would answer that question. And this is why I said, too, especially about killing all the Jews and having that mindset that if the Jews were just to be obliterated off this planet, how exactly would your life be any better than it is right now or any worse right now? And give some kind of reasonable answer. The answer is nothing. It's nothing. Because the only other side that you have on that is that you want a people completely eradicated. And Mamdani and his people, that's who they are teaming up with. Hassan Piker, all these guys, they love terrorists. They love Hamas. They love it. They hate us. They hate the Jews. They hate white people. And Christians in particular, they hate all of us. They want all of us dead. And these guys cheer them on. But this is what you're having at the epicenter of the new DSA. And just to show you guys, this was back in December 2024, not long ago.
Mayor, New York City would arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. My administration has reviewed every avenue available under applicable law to determine whether New York City could execute the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant if Benjamin Netanyahu came here. It is clear that we do not have the independent legal authority to enforce this warrant.
Yeah. Sad, sad Titanic flute. The sad, sad Titanic flute. And that's what you're going to get. And guess what? He failed through on his promise. But where this ends up going, though, is that when he came out today, he wanted to make sure that it was loud and clear that America should join forces with an international court, guys. An international court. Basically overriding our laws and being beholden to a foreign country's own laws and then acting on those laws. This was something that I always heard the shills complain about in these debates about Israel, the Jews, Palestine, or just really any kind of feud with any foreign country. And I always thought it was a joke because I'm like, why would Americans, again, like, and I see you guys saying in the chat, and I love it, like, the moment that I hear, like, I have to abide by a foreigner, and I say this shit all the time on X, because I'll go and find a troll on X that says someone's talking shit, or says they want Trump dead, whatever extreme retarded thing they say, and I always go in and look at where the account originated from, and it's always from Canada, it's always from the UK, it's from Australia, it's from the Caribbean. It's somewhere outside the United States. And I always say the same thing to these people. In what world do you think Americans give a single shit what a foreigner has to say about anything about our country? And the answer is, we don't give a shit, and we really don't give a shit. And the same applies to these so-called made-up international laws. Because as far as I'm concerned, look at your countries and then tell me how we should be abiding by third world countries' laws and propaganda about genocide while your countries are dog shit. Ask us as Americans, why should we care and why should we listen to any of it? And every day, guys, and I've had this perspective, and the FIFA World Cup experience with all the Europeans coming over, all these people from third world countries coming over here, watching and enjoying America, it really gave me a perspective that, man, I am super grateful to be American because, man, if I was in any other country, I probably, it might be okay, but it won't ever be this. It won't ever be this, right? And I really think if Americans got a taste of third world for about a week, they would instantly become, I think they'd instantly become MAGA. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. But when I hear Mamdani say this types of shit where he's vouching for this international court, again, I look at Mamdani again as the face of these foreigners, of a cancer, of an invasion, of a infestation, rather than a hostile takeover. And politically, they are doing a hostile takeover. But the way that I look at Mamdani, the way that I look at all these guys, to me, they're fucking enemies of our country. Because we know exactly what they're doing. Infiltration over invasion was always the way for these people. And they're trying to do it now.
Before that, my interest in executing that warrant is not specific to Benjamin Netanyahu, but to anyone who they...
So who are you going to now call out outside of that, Mamdani? Are you going to call out Putin? Are you going to call out Zelensky? Who else? I mean, have you called... Even a better question, guys. You want a better question? How about the Muzzy Africans that are raping, killing, burning, and destroying all Christian Africans on a daily basis? What about those? Mamdani, you going to call it your Muzzy African brothers in Allah? You going to do it? You going to do it? You won't hear a fucking word out of it, guys. Because if you're going to go public with this and you're going to apply this and say, no, it's not just Bibi. It's anybody. I can promise you guys, I'd bet my entire house, my mortgage, my paycheck, that he will never, ever, ever, ever call out his African Muzzy friends that are killing Christians every day. But he wants to talk about war crimes in international criminal courts. Get the fuck out of here.
Put a warrant towards for war crimes and crimes against humanity. And part of that is a reflection of a universal politics. And it is from a universal politics that I can look in October 7th and describe it for what it is.
Universal politics. What the hell does that even mean? Who's part of your universe, Mamdani? Terrorist? It's only terrorist. What kind of universal politics? Who? Universe with who? With who? Saturn, Mars, the moon? What are you talking about?
Which is a horrific war crime. And I can also look at Benjamin Netanyahu and see the way that he has orchestrated this genocide and also deem him to similarly be a war criminal. And I think especially at a time when there are those in Washington who are discussing measures to take apart the International Criminal Court, what so many are looking for is a sense that there is in fact a rule of law across the world.
That's incredible. Him talking about rule of law. That's insane.
There are crimes that are so grave that they offend all of humanity. And I believe that we should hold those who perpetrate them accountable, no matter who they are or where they're from. And when it comes to the ICC, they've put forward warrants, whether it's Yahya Sinwar, Benjamin Netanyahu, I think a few other members of the Israeli government. I believe that all of them should be.
It's only Israel, guys. And this is how you know it's a grift. This is how you know it's a spell. This is how you know it's all wrapped in lies. This is how you know it's not genuine. It is propaganda. And this is the spell it has cast on the younger generations and the other DSA members. You guys are going to see exactly how they're funded. It's not what I guarantee you guys. It's not what you think it is, but it's happening. It's a cancer. It's a big time cancer. But I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to fail. It always will. It always has. And the funny thing is, like, we're hearing, like, we were talking about, I think it was a week or two ago, about how he was trying to implement these rent freezes, right? And basically the means to destroy the landlord and to basically have his own government come in and take over the buildings themselves, or have this third world trash come in that don't know how to run a building, they don't know how to maintain a building. They take over and they turn into slumlords. The thing is, like, people don't realize on the other side of this, there is fighting people. And a lot of them are Jews, and which is, to me, is hilarious. That people think these landlords they're just going to roll over. They're just going to let this happen and not fight against this. Well, that's not the case at all. He's getting investigated, and fam, if this rent freeze shit falls down, I do believe the rest of his agenda that he's trying to implement is also going to fold. And what's crazy is, I saw a tweet that he put out like 3-4 hours ago. And he basically gave a notice to all homeowners who have a second mortgage in New York City over $5 million, you better check your mailboxes. And whatever new tax system they're going to be putting in to tax the rich, basically putting them on notice and says, we need libraries, we need schools, we need healthcare, and everyone has to pay their fair share to keep these services going. And guys, it's going to destroy the city. Because any one of these guys that have all these millions of dollars, they don't need to stay in the city. They'll go somewhere else and make their business. They don't fucking need it. They don't need the headache. They don't need this retard to be coming in. This is a mirage, and they know it. And these guys, they're luring. They're getting lawyers. They're luring up, and they're fighting this shit.
Fighting back, a coalition of landlords has filed to a lawsuit looking to overturn the city's newly approved 2-year rent freeze on roughly 1 million rent-stabilized apartments. They argue that Mayor Zohran Mamdani improperly influenced the Rent Guidelines Board to deliver on a campaign promise. Let's bring in now Randy Mastro, attorney for the landlords suing Mayor Mamdani. Welcome to you, sir. Good to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
So what's the case the landlords are making?
Well, it's a simple proposition. An independent board, statutorily required to weigh all the evidence and fairly consider the data, instead perverted the process at the mayor's behest to deliver on his campaign promise. This was a sham process to deliver a predetermined outcome that the mayor directed by fiat. That is blatantly illegal, and the ramifications of it are profound. More than 1 million New Yorkers live in rent-stabilized apartments. That's thousands of landlords, many of them struggling to survive because we are living in a period of inflation rising, the costs of landlords soaring, taxes, utilities, insurance. Yet somehow this board, under the mayor's influence, came to the conclusion that 0 rent increase was warranted, not supported by the data. Board did not properly consider the statutory criteria, and we believe it will be found to be illegal. And don't just take my word for it. A longtime board member quit the morning of the vote.
What I think is going to happen here, guys, and again, like these snakes, they're all fucking snakes, right? It's just like the sham elections. They need to put up an image that people want this, that people want these candidates, that people want these policies. And you're going to end up finding out one day that there was probably payments made, laws broken, blackmail on certain people on these boards for the rent, people resigning off the board the day that the vote was supposed to be taken to implement this. I mean, give me a fucking break. At one point or the other, this all has to fall apart. And again, like, yeah, people say like it's New York City's blue. It's a stronghold for the Dems. And yes, I understand that as far as New York as well. But is it really that? Or is it really built on a foundation of lies and corruption? And we all think we know the answer to that. And you can only keep up the house of glass for so long until it starts to crack. And if this falls through, this rent freeze thing falls through, guys, he already reneged on Bibi. You're going to see a retreat, and you're going to see a retreat of this as well, in my opinion. This is, again, the thing with communism, it is nothing more than lipstick on a pig. They have to sell it for a certain amount of time until they have control, and up until that control, they just have to package it. That's all it is. It's all in the packaging. But there's no substance to it. And they want to do this for 2 years. And guess what's going to happen, guys? This is going to be fought in court. And if anyone knows the court systems, it is a long, long battle that takes fucking forever. And it's funny. I've been trying to, there was a hiccup in my taxes where the IRS tried to take double payment from me. I've been dealing with this guy since April 15th, right? And they tried to take double payment. It was a lot of money, a lot of money. I had sent them a manual payment, then they tried to hit me again. All of this shit got jacked up. The government then sent me a check because they thought they double charged me. They sent me a very large amount. I'm like, this is a mistake. I never get a refund ever. So I sent it back to them, and it is now taken. There was a balance on my account till just 3 days ago, guys. From April 15th through July 20th, I had a balance due. And I was getting a hold of them, taking care of this shit. It is long and it takes forever, and it's just painful. It sucks. And getting a refund, I'm supposed to be getting a refund because there was a mistake in my filing status. Supposed to get a refund, and in fact, I got a letter. I got a letter. It was on Friday, saying it's gonna take another 60 days to review my account before any more money for any refund to be issued. It's like that's putting me at like almost the end of September. And I'm just like, do you see how slow the government works? Do you see how slow the courts work? It's wild. It's absolutely wild. But the thing is, why that's important is because this is all going to be battled, and this is only going to be setting back Mamdani and his policies. That's all it's going to do. And eventually, I do believe the facade is going to crack. There's no other way it's not. And as far as like Trump, he put the beat down on Mamdani last week saying no one's going to be arresting Bibi Netanyahu. And then you had Scott Bessent hanging out with Trump at his little rally that he held at Georgia yesterday. And this is what he had to say about Mamdani.
The government can solve every problem, redistribute every dollar, and supplant its judgment for our own. Our children are taught to romanticize an ideology that results in ruin wherever it is tested, to critique capitalism for every one of its flaws, and to forgive socialism for every one of its constant failures. In New York, the current mayor rose to power by repackaging failed ideals of the past as a moral cause of the future. But in Georgia, you know that beneath that youthful veneer lies the oldest impulse in politics, which is to concentrate power and then call it compassion. Show me some place where this has ever worked. Moscow, Caracas, Havana. These workers' paradises have all ended up as deprivation hellscapes.
Damn.
So at their core, Trump accounts represent the triumph of capitalism over socialism. And now our answer to the next.
But just like I said, guys, it's always in the packaging. The New York mayor rose to power by repackaging failed ideas of the past, the oldest impulse in politics, to concentrate power and call it compassion. Moscow, Caracas, Havana, these, quote, workers' paradises ended up as deprivation hellscapes. And to be honest with anyone that's out in New York, the one time that I could ever say, yeah, it's maybe a good thing that this is going to be tied up in court, it's going to give these landlords, it's going to give New York City more time to breathe while holding off the communism cancer. But we shall see. But guys, this is not some phenomena, okay? And I want you guys to listen to this video because, and again, like I fall into this too, and I don't blame anyone for falling into this. It's always, okay, how are these things funded, right? And we always say George Soros, the household names that we have known for so long. And again, this is not a knock to anybody because we have seen these names countless times for funding these types of things and these groups and these communists that want to destroy our country. But I'm telling you guys, the DSA, they're a little different. And you're going to get schooled on this right now. And I thought this was great because right now there are 20 new offices nationwide. And this is exactly how they're getting funded.
After their string of Democratic primary victories, the Democratic Socialists of America are opening 20 new offices nationwide to continue their electoral efforts. They tell us explicitly how they're funding it, and I guarantee you conservatives and MAGA are still going to say, where's the money coming from? Well, I'm going to tell you where the money's coming from, and it's not George Soros, and it's not NGOs, and it's not USAID, and it's not Never Roy Singham and the CCP. They are explicitly telling us where the money is coming from. I'm Carla Barasenko. I'm an analyst and independent journalist covering the far left in America. And last week, the Democratic Socialists of America National Chapter released this map showing all the different locations that they are going to be opening these 20 new on-the-ground offices, including some places you would expect like Portland, Los Angeles, Boulder, Colorado, Chicago, Detroit, all of the usual suspects, Rochester, New York. They have a lot of local elected officials there. Also in some places that you might not expect. They've got Salt Lake City there. They've got Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama. That seems like a red state to me. They've got Atlanta. They've got Cleveland. They've got Lincoln, Nebraska. They've got Boston. They've got Tampa. I was told this stuff wasn't happening in Florida, and yet the DSA is literally opening an office in Tampa, Florida to get local DSA members elected. And as you can see, they also tell us explicitly where the money's coming from. National DSA awards $140,000 to open 20 new offices across the U.S. The money is coming from the National DSA. But Carlin, how do they get the money? Is it Soros? Is it Never Singem in the CCP? Where are they getting this money from? Well, it's actually real simple, guys. The Democratic Socialists of America are funded by dues-paying members. In order to have voting privileges in the...
It's the part I want you guys to listen to. This is how they fund themselves. It's memberships.
America are funded by
and dues.
Dues-paying members. In order to have voting privileges in the DSA, you have to pay them like $15 a month in dues. Some people pay a little bit less if they're students. Some people pay a little bit more, but on average, we're talking about $15 a month to the national chapter. You also are supposed to pay dues into your local chapter, so you're paying two separate organizations to do on-the-ground electioneering and paying for their operating expenses and stuff like that. Now, this is a bit different than, like, say, the Democratic Party. You don't have to pay the Democratic Party to be a member of the Democratic Party. You just have to register as a Democrat. So the DSA has a machine where their members are funding the organization. And actually right now, they have more cash on hand than the Democratic Party. You want to know why the DSA is defeating the Democrats? They literally have more cash on hand than the Democratic Party.
Makes a lot of sense.
Couple weeks ago, the DSA, the national branch, announced that they had surpassed 120,000 dues-paying members. That means they are bringing in $21 million a year in membership dues. That is how these local offices are being funded. That is where the $140,000 came from. And if you think $140,000 sounds like a lot of money, they're bringing in $21 million a year in dues. So they got a lot more to spend. So we can expect to see the DSA to continue to win because they have the on-the-ground infrastructure to do so. That is where they're getting the money, dues-paying members.
So I wanted you guys to see that because, again, I know some people don't like her at all, which I get. She shits on MAGA a lot. She shits on Trump a lot. But again, like me personally, I don't give a fuck if she shits on MAGA. When I look at the thing is, guys, when it comes to this stuff. When I see her put out information, I check it. I go and look, and I'm like, what she is saying, is it true? And yes, it does pan out. You know, as far as your personal feelings about how she runs her channel, it is what it is. It's none of my business. I don't give a shit. I play her content here and there when she has something that's relevant to play. And the thing is, yeah, Rochester, my friend, Rochester, New York, they are there. They are there. And to my own surprise, there is a chapter that is pretty damn close to where I live that's coming up, according to that map. And I was like, fuck, man. No one is, I mean, Tennessee, I think you're okay. There's a bunch of states where this shit isn't happening as of right now. But the thing is, guys, it's not that it's diminishing. It is growing. It is growing. And, like, let's not be, like, naive either. Like, I'm sure at some point, I'm sure it's already happening, people with large pockets are going to be donating to these organizations, to the DSA itself. There's no doubt about it. But there is, you all know the Dems are in debt. They still haven't recovered from Kamala Harris. They have no money. MAGA and the Republicans right now, I don't even know how much cash they have, but it's insane. It is absolutely fucking insane. They're going to drop a lot for the midterms, obviously, but then 2028 is going to come around. We're going to see numbers we've never seen before. But the Dems have nothing. They have nothing. And I know people are making fun of it, and why I've been saying, I know AOC is a complete fucking retard, but she is from their elk. She's going to end up being the face, most likely, of this. I have no doubt, because, fam, I'm looking at what the Dems are pushing out. Pete Buttigieg, Gavin Newsom. These extremists hate these people. They hate them. AOC is tolerable probably in their eyes, but probably not as extreme as they want. But she's got the best shot as of right now where the party is going, because, guys, you have to think about, this isn't just the midterms. Give this another 2.5 years to fester. You think any of those guys are going to survive? And this is why, again, like, there's so many scenarios that I'm thinking that the irony of so much stuff that we talk about. I can absolutely, and this is where this shit's gonna get crazy. And fam, this is why I hate Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders got cheated out by the same machine that cheated Biden in. And we all saw Bernie Sanders sitting there on that cold winter day in fucking mittens with a mask on. I literally had a cardboard cutout of it on my show at one point that sat there because he just looked so stupid. And look what Bernie Sanders is doing now. Him and Hakeem Jeffries are not talking. They hate each other. And that's because Hakeem Jeffries wants Bernie Sanders and AOC to fall in line, but guess what? They're breaking off. Why would Bernie Sanders, who got bit by the machine that the Dems have, do anything to help these people? And why I'm bringing this up is because do not be surprised, guys, if we see down the line a very maybe high-profile DSA member, maybe it's AOC, get cheated out by an old-school Dem, like a Pete Buttigieg or a Gavin Newsom. And then you have the opposing Communist Party wanting to expose the machine that cheated their own candidate out. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying it already did happen with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders kept his mouth shut. He is old guard. What's coming up is new guard, and I don't believe they're going to be playing by the same rules. This is where I think it's going to end up going. Because the thing is, guys, this new party wants to make the old guard extinct by any means necessary. I mean, just look at these fucking clowns. This was today, guys. They had a pro-Maduro rally outside of the courthouse in New York City as Maduro was in for a some kind of just status sentencing. Free Maduro signs. Disgusting, man.
US out of everywhere.
USA out of everywhere. I love it.
Donald Trump, you're a liar.
Free President Maduro. Like, you literally, I'm surprised Hassan Piker wasn't there. I'm surprised Hassan Piker's not at all this, showing up for his terrorist friends. But like I said, bringing him up, this is becoming the face of their party. And guys, like, I don't even know, like, the amount of disrespect, like, if I had, like, and this is coming from someone who lived in New York that was, that had personal friends and family and firefighters and police that were involved in 9/11, that have actually died from the contamination that went into their lungs and gotten cancers and all kinds of insane, crazy diseases that ruined them for life, crippled them for life. A lot of them dying off now. And having, like, a token newspaper article of that day framed behind me as a trophy saying, yeah, America got what they deserved that day. Because this is the mindset. This is the fucking mindset of these terrorists. And they are fucking terrorists. Hassan Piker, it started wearing suits about 8 months ago. And he said he started doing it because he wanted to come off more professional to boomers and older people, and not looking like a slum terrorist. And it's always the same thing. Like I said, fam, it's how they package themselves. It's nothing but lipstick on a pig.
So I can't really tell if this is intentional or if it's just some mere coincidence, random happenings. But Hassan Piker, one of the primary confiscators who stood in front of a group of students over the weekend, dressed like Mao Zedong, threatening the Democrat Party.
No more to the fascist reactionaries, but no more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore.
Yeah, Hassan Piker, the guy who, when he was doing his little video game stream, was shocking his dog in the corner for just getting up. Yeah, that guy. You know him. Well, something wild just emerged from his background. Do you see this picture back here on the wall? Do you know what that is? Let me show you. Now, I know everybody wants to make the story about Hassan Piker having a framed image of the headline from the New York Times from the day that the United States was attacked on 9/11. U.S. attacked, hijacked jets, destroyed Twin Towers, and hit Pentagon in Day of Terror. Look, you can see it right there. See that? That's the same New York Times headline framed on his wall. Even though normal Americans would think it's crazy to have that framed and displayed on the wall in the background, that's not the wild part. What's wild is we've seen this exact image before. Do you recognize this image? This one right here that has the exact same New York Times headline framed and displayed on a wall in a home. Do you know where this image comes from? That image came from document number EFTA 00553090 from the Epstein files. Yeah, that's right. Jeffrey Epstein had the exact same image on the wall in his home on display. Exactly like Hassan Piker has on the wall in his home on display. Again, I don't know if this is intentional or if it's just some mere coincidence that Hassan Piker has the exact same photograph that Jeffrey Epstein had on his wall in his office on display.
It's weird. It's weird. And I know a lot of people like even my grandparents, I think they kept the news article from that time, and it's not obviously for remembering purposes, but it was a pivotal changing point in this country. And what Hassan Piker does is proffer it up as almost a fucking trophy. A trophy of what we deserved. And this is like, it sucks and it's unfortunate, but they have created this environment. The moment Charlie Kirk was shot in front of all of us and assassinated, this is why when I see people like Hassan Piker and wonder sometimes if anything were to ever happen to him, where he would not be on this planet anymore, I would honestly just shrug my shoulders and be like, well, good. And sometimes I check myself. I'm like, is that a proper reaction to it? And I think deeply about this sometimes. I'm like, yeah, it really is, because I've said this before. This country has been pussified when it comes to the types of laws that had to be maintained and followed through to get us to this point have been pussified for a long time, and we have forgotten and not even felt or seen that these people like Hassan and others, these other terrorists, the DSA members coming up, they know we've been pussified, and it's almost like it's frowned upon to ever bring up treason, bring up the word sedition, capital punishment. And unfortunately, through this whole environment and sphere of being online and fear of having FBI and police coming up to your house because there was threats of violence or calling for violence, is completely neutered. This is our society to have what would be in any other time in this country a common sense approach and be like, you are an enemy of this country. You have trophy pictures of thousands of innocent people that died in New York City that had nothing to do with what happened that day. And it's a trophy for you, like some fucking psychopath. And that these people feel so comfortable to even if Hassan, I would get it. Like if Hassan lived, the balls it takes, because if he had this studio and if he lived in a foreign country was saying this, that's one thing. But you're living inside the country and making the atrocity of the country that you live in a trophy. As far as the Epstein stuff, I don't know. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's not. To me, I don't really give a shit. When it comes to Epstein, I'm like, who gives a fuck, man? At this point, it turned into such a gay thing that it completely turned people off. But this is what these people are doing. Trophies. And the reason why, again, like what I'm about to show you guys, like, this is why, like, people that have been, like, about my show for a while and people that I've interacted with, other streamers, especially streamers on Pilled, that were about me for a while. They love my content. I never hear from them again. I know what kind of content they have. And I told you guys when it came to, like, the Jew stuff and like the all that crap. I said I started to feel for the Jays because they've been attacked so much, and a lot of it is warranted. But these people have made them their daddy, right? And the fact is, like, I got so sick of it that I actually wanted to promote myself as like a pro Jew person, like even Bibi Netanyahu, pro Zionist, not for real, but just to fucking troll these people because they lose their minds over it. And just like this, and just like the woke mind virus, to me, it's almost the same thing. It's the Jew pill. They can't get off of it. And watching people like Sneeko crash out over this shit, it's so damn funny. But this disease, the same disease that the people claim they're so red-pilled about, are the same disease that the people that want to take power in this country, this is their kryptonite. They can't fucking handle it. And all this was about clavicular that went over to Israel and was trying to promote Israel. And Sneeko, they can't handle it. They can't do it.
And my time in Tel Aviv was, extremely well received. The locals there were extremely nice, and I had a good time.
I'm asked if you would apologize for the Heil Hitler. I can't, like, he's not gonna. I can't even. How could I be friends with somebody like this? I'm unfollowing him. I'll show you right.
Oh no, he's gonna follow him, guys.
Yeah, I'd be not making the same mistake, bro.
Video incident because you were there, obviously.
There's no one there. Like, you're the brave soldier for clubbing in Tel Aviv and getting paid for it. What an actual scumbag, bro. And so many people aren't going to say this. Going to say you're burning a bridge.
Love you, Sneeko.
Because they want clout. What, like, all scumbags, bro. You're going to turn a blind eye to this. What everyone sees is plainly obvious because you want to get clout. Here's what they're going to say. You're burning a bridge. Sneeko loses his allies. If you think that I'm going to turn and I'm going to ignore this, so that for our content relationship,
he's literally about to fucking cry.
You lost your mind. You lost your mind. I don't think there's anything more to, because he knew exactly what Israel was doing. He knows exactly what he's saying, and he's acting like he's a stupid, blissful idiot. He talks about like being looks maxing to be better than the hypergamous feminists. Right now, he's sounding like a hypergamous hoe to Israel. You little hoe, you little prostitute for Jewish supremacists. I'm blissful. Oh, la-da-da. La-da-da, I'm in the club. Twerking in the club. Being a good little bitch for Israel. I don't know any better. I'm just a stupid little looks maxer. Fuck you, man. Like, bro, I'm sick of you. Fucking piece of shit, bro.
Can you guys imagine me being so upset about Israel and Palestine that I'm almost literally in tears and crying and knocking my camera? Guys, would you watch me anymore? You see how dumb all this is? This is why I said, like, if you... And again, like, this is why I went so hard on people, because we did all the Jew stuff. Like, you had to be here for the full journey to understand where I was coming from. As I said, we did it on Monday. I committed so much time on Monday shows to going into World War II history, J history, Palestine, like all of it. We went into fucking all of it. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of bad shit here, obviously, right? And we all know it, but it's like you have to be able to move on from it at some point, right? And I'm like, you want to keep hitting it. You got me to the point where, you know what? I'm going to embrace the J and want to do it solely to nothing else, to troll the living shit out of you, to make people like that cry because of how retarded you are. And I love it. The dude's about to cry.
These fucking sellouts, bro. Stuff for love. Why are you mad? Because they're
Someone in the chat said, bro, why are you mad? And he's like, bro, long, dramatic, faggy pause. The kids, bro. The kids are dying over there.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
That's right, bro. Get off the estrogen, man. Just get off that estrogen. Oh, boy. Come on.
This is
Spit
upsetting because Israel is using American tax dollars and brainwashing Americans using our money to fund bombs that are killing children in Gaza, invading Lebanon, displacing 1 million Lebanese people, bombing Iran for no valuable reason. It's destroying our country, and Clavicular will get support from America First patriots who are attracted to him.
My God.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
They're no different than the left, guys, and I've been saying this. I see this shit for what it is. People end up leaving me for like 6 months sometimes, maybe a little bit less. Then eventually, guys, you know what I see? They all come back like, fuck, man. Man, I was really gay. Sorry for being gay, Scott. I'm so sorry for being fucking gay. You were right. Sorry for being a estrogen-filled retard. About crying for the kids in Gaza. I'm so sorry, dude. Guys, Americans do not give a shit about this. They do. I would say they give a shit about Iran. I would definitely Iran. The poor kids in Gaza. Well, yeah, that sucks. But again, I don't care. It is what it is, and this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the future, guys. This is the future for Sneeko and his crew. This is it right here. I mean, you're looking at it. This is what I was saying. AOC is at 22% for the Dem nominee. Buttigieg, 21. Kelly's fucked. Newsom is now behind Kelly, and he's just above Sanders. And Harris is somewhere out there at fucking 5%. And guys, I hope it's Harris. I hope it's AOC. I mean, look at that. Look at that shit. Good luck, Dems. Good fucking luck, because, you know, what are you going to do with that? And guys, this is what I'm saying. Like, if these people are going to at least attempt to turn things into commie, we should make them as they're attempting. And we're going to do that right now. And then we're going to Pill.net exclusively. Let's do it. Here's AOC and Mamdani.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want no friggin' part of it. New York, New York. These Hugo Boss shoes are longing to stray and take an Uber to LaGuardia, ta-ta, New York. I want to wake up in a city that's safe and free, without that slick jive-ass mayor, Comrade Mamdani. It's clear that Gen Z knows no history, just DEI and woke philosophy. Imagine North Korea with a dash of Sharia. That's what you got. New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that feels like home, and not with defunded police, migrants galore, man-dummy run grocery store.
Yeah.
Thinks he's a genius. AOC with a penis. It's time to stick a fork in it. New York, you're done. Soon the tax base will be gone to Boca Raton, while Jaime Town becomes Commie Town. Should have elected the hack instead of the quack. Rest in peace, New York, Commie Town. New York, Commie Town.
incredible, man. Yes, it can. Fantastic content, man. Fantastic. Fire AI slop for you guys. It's so damn good. It's so good. So, fam, we're going to be moving into the second part of the show, guys, over on Pilled exclusively, as we always do. Thank you all for being over here on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for all joining as well. It looks like the chat came alive over on Rumble at least a little bit. So that's good. Great to see everyone over there and over on YouTube as well. Thank you all for joining and hanging out with us. You guys rock. We're moving everyone to Pilled.net off of Kick, X, Rumble, YouTube. Thank you all for being here. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on over on Pilled. Join us in the show. Actually, I got to drop links. I forgot. Little Cat is not here right now. She's taking a little vacay. So I'm going to do it right now for you guys. Drop those links. Join us over on Pilled.net because I don't know what the fuck you're all doing now. Do it. We've been telling you for 3 years. We're going to our 4th year doing this. Let's go. Until then, goodbye, my friends.